absolutely love what you do and love each and every woman that you work with. I don't want to say celebrity, they're women.
In what I do with red carpet jewelry, I work with a lot of fine jewelers, and it's very hard to find the scale that you work in and the strength. I think big would be better. A lot of times red carpet photos are full length. It's almost like a cartoon sketch, and you really want that strength, and I would like impact.
I like to disrupt things. I wanted to create something where you push the ethos of the African continent, where a large majority of these precious stones come from. But I always wanted my designs to be distinct and different. So I thought to myself, the project is about natural diamonds. I'm sitting here, I'm living between London and Botswana. Botswana is truly the home of diamonds. For the last year or so, I've been collecting a lot of contemporary African art, which is very synonymous to the Bushmen. And I just thought, you know what? It's sort of like giving them a thank you, an ode to them. That's what came into my head. I bought this wonderful piece. I don't know if you can see it, guys.
Wow.
Elizabeth, I want you to hone in on that section, this section here. Their flora and fauna. I just thought to myself, why don't we bring in that element and sort of write a story around it? And I was truly inspired by it. And this artist is actually still alive, and he lives in the village in Fancy, and I went through and I met him, and I thought, why not create something that actually looks back to Botswana and where this all started?
I absolutely love it. Everything you said is exactly what I want. All white diamonds, we're gonna go big. I think we have a good start.
We've received the white diamonds from De Beers that came from Botswana, and they were a total of 55 stones, and it was a mixture of shapes, and it came in a full range of sizes. And I think I talked a little bit about the Bushman, the inspiration. It was to do with natural diamonds coming from Botswana, being cut and polished in Botswana. So why not sort of bring something in with the Botswana story, the natural beauty of Botswana. I just thought was great to sort of bring into this. So we did 3 iterations of this. That's the first one. It's very organic. We can use the mixed bag of natural diamonds that we've received. So no size matters. And if you can look, we have tiny bits to 1 carats to 40 pointers to 70 pointers. So we can pop everything in. In total, we're looking about over 42 stones, but we also did a different iteration of it.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
So this is using less diamonds, so we'll pick out the bigger stones, but it just gives it sort of this kind of like a vintage feel to it as well. The last one is this one. So I wanted to give you three options. I personally like this one.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think the impact will be greater. I think the backstory is amazing. It's a beautiful inspiration story. I think it's a great reflection of what you do, and it's going to have a lot of impact because of the scale and the amount of diamonds. So
yes.
As painful of a choice as it is, I think that's the one.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
From concept to finished earrings. What are your first thoughts?
I think they're the most beautiful earrings I've ever seen. And they mimic nature perfectly, because it starts with these incredibly beautiful diamonds, and then the design just flows so naturally from them, as if these earrings were grown. I mean, they're amazing.
I'm happy that you've picked up on sort of the organic, sort of natural side of things. The design comes from the Kwe and San people who are based in Botswana or that region of Africa. They've sort of historically, lived a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. Everything that they do is around the landscapes, the flora and fauna, and maybe, you know, one of the few examples of people who actually live a sustainable life, you know, within an ecosystem that was passed on from generations. That we really had to bring that through, and I think it was the only story to go for those diamonds that were actually mined and cut in a producer country.
I think it all comes through. Anyone who hears the story will see it in these earrings.
There's a total of 40 stones, and it's 22 carats, so it's very diamond intensive. We've got rounds, we've got pairs, we've got marquises, you know, in different shapes of color. But, you know, it's sitting in that raw yellow gold with, you know, which is textured.
I cannot wait for the world to see this. They're so incredible.